Education is a vehicle for national development. This is the reason why governments all over the world commit huge sums of money to the sector. To this end, the federal government introduced universal primary education, which later transformed into the universal basic education. The continued policy somersault in the education sector has led to the proliferation of nursery and primary schools. The question on the lips of educationists is whether these schools have impacted positively on the quality of basic education in Nigeria.
Access and quality is still a problem. Why? Because those behind most of these private schools are not actually there to help the economy to develop. They are there for business.
Ironically, I must let you know that most of the public primary schools I have visited are doing far better than the so-called private ones.
The Minister of State for Education, however, decried the proliferation of these schools and announced federal government's plan to restore sanity.
We need to totally go back to the drawing board to see what we are doing at the basic level of education in this country, because we've gotten it wrong.
Beyond the establishment of these schools, many of which are located in environments that are not conducive for learning, most of these private nursery and primary schools lack basic sporting facilities such as playgrounds and football pitches. Some Nigerians speak on ways to ensure standards and arrest the proliferation.
The regulatory agency, Primary and Secondary School Board, should ensure that if a school is to be established, it must have a playground, must have a sporting facilities, must have the toilet system especially.
The Federal Ministry of Education or the State Education Board, the monitoring unit must be strengthened to ensure that they pay regular visit to these schools.
Although the Ministry of Education has announced plans to ensure strict adherence to set standards before licenses are granted to nursery and primary schools to operate, regular supervision should also be conducted on the existing primary and nursery schools in order to ensure that competent and qualified teachers are recruited and retained for continuity.
We have to take a holistic look at our efforts in education. As a country, plan responsive curriculum that meets the demands of the child, his aspirations, his career vision. The school system, the nation, the industry, we just don't go to school because that is school to go to. You go to school to achieve an aim and a purpose.
The unregulated privatization of education in Nigeria may have led to the proliferation of schools, colleges and tertiary institutions throughout the country. But the present administration's resolve to arrest the situation will surely gladden the hearts of many who desire quality education.